used to call you Ray Ray.
Gabby.
There's no need to argue. We don't need to make this harder on Ray. How are you doing, Raymond?
I'm fine.
The memorial was really nice.
Yeah, would have been better if someone actually wore something appropriate.
Isaac would have wanted me to wear this. I was his girlfriend. I know him better than any of you.
Well, if I was his girlfriend, I would have worn something much more respectful.
Don't get so jealous.
Jealous of what?
Jealous of how close Isaac and I were.
Isaac and Elaine were still close.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, they spoke a lot.
Not possible. Isaac and I phoned or FaceTimed all the time.
He could have messaged her.
Even so, Elaine's still jealous about how close Isaac and I were.
I still agree with Elaine. You could have worn something a bit nicer.
Well, don't you start about my outfit now.
But it's true.
That's the end of this conversation.
I'm just saying.
Well, maybe you shouldn't say anything at all. Okay, I wore this and there's nothing you can do.
You call yourself Isaac's girlfriend, yet you have the audacity to wear that to his memorial?
I'm not talking about this anymore.
It should be Isaac sitting here with us, not you.
Ray, there's no need for that.
No, it's her fault that my brother's dead.
It was an accident.
Yeah, an accident that was her fault.
Of course you would.
What's that supposed to mean?
You always agree with him no matter what.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Faye, you're with me, right? I don't always agree with Ray.
Please don't get me involved.
Well, now you are involved.
Raymond, don't do this.
Just speak. Is it that hard to have an opinion for once?
I have opinions.
Say them then.
No!
Just spit them out! Hey.
A keyring?
Yeah, I found it when I was cleaning my room.
The one where we went to Thorpe Park. You were sat next to Isaac, weren't you?
When did you guys go to Thorpe Park?
It was a couple of months ago.
Elle,
Yeah?
I honestly thought you looked like a lovely couple.
Why wasn't I invited?
We didn't know you, so how could we possibly invite you to something when we couldn't invite you?
Isaac and I actually met at the theme park. Alton Towers, in fact. We were both queuing up for the Smiler ride. I was really nervous, and just by chance we happened to sit next to each other. Halfway through the ride, I grabbed his hand out of fear. We didn't talk at all during the
You know
ride,
what?
but
No one
after-
fucking cares.
Elaine. Elaine, no!
He was a waste of space.
I might burn all the stuff I have of Isaac.
Isaac's death was a huge relief to us.
He was a waste of space.
Ray Ray.
Isaac's
Don't
death
cry.
was a huge relief.
I might burn all the stuff I have of Isaac.
We can make a bonfire.
I might burn all the stuff. I might burn all the stuff I have of Isaac.
Isaac! No! Isaac! Just checking on him. Just get in, get out. Rob? You there, mate? Rob?
Stevie! Right here, buddy. How have you been?
Yeah, good, mate. You?
Oh, I'm doing great. I had a slight health scare the other week. Turns out it was just a freckle. Need to stay away from WebMD, am I right?
Okay, seeing as you won't bring it up, where the fuck are you right now?
Me? Oh, just in a wardrobe at the moment. Hence the coats.
A wardrobe? Oh, Jesus Christ, don't tell me it's the Narnia thing again, Rob. He says they're fictional characters. They're fictional characters. Fictional characters, Rob.
I know it's bad, but basically, I was sleeping with James's fiance when he came home early from work. So I had to, you know. And that was right before we got thrown back into lockdown. So, yeah, 6 weeks strong in the man cave.
Why haven't you tried sneaking out?
And gone outside. Maybe because I care about old people. Stay home, save yourself and all that.
It's stay home, save lives. Aren't you going mental in there?
Honestly, mate, much needed time to myself. Self-reflection. Just checking in with me.
What about food? What have you been eating?
Jen brings me scraps. It's nice not to cook. And the savings I'm making. Whew, it's kind of an all-inclusive. Think about that.
Think about you're literally in a wardrobe. Aren't you bored?
Never heard of WandaVision?
Oh yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, good. Although I had to have the volume very low. But thank God for subtitles, eh? And the visuals, very stimulating. Although the days waiting for another episode were very dark. Oh, I figured out my own exercise routine as well. Check this out.
What, just wriggling about like some pathetic little earthworm?
Well, don't say it like that. I work up a sweat with that one. Downside is, it does smell awful in here.
Rob, you're lagging really bad right now, mate.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it will be the death of me. And will it end? I'm gonna...
Oh, there you are.
Sorry about that. The old 4G's been running on fumes lately. My fault for not getting the Wi-Fi.
God, I can't imagine. Surely you haven't lasted this long on 4G alone, though.
I have. And don't call me Shirley.
Right. But seriously, how have you worked your way around that?
Well, I was leeching off the neighbour's Wi-Fi for a good while. But unfortunately, they caught my cyber footprints. And they locked me out.
Right, yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Well, what about going to the toilet, then? Because I know with your bladder, you ain't even gonna...
Cans.
Just open tin
Cans.
Mate, I am genuinely worried about your well-being.
Steve, I've never been more content, more at peace with my... James? How are you?
Not my problem.
What?
Alright, come on. What's all this then? I admit the commitment is admirable. What's going on? You know I like shenanigans as much as the next guy. Come on, what is it? LOL. LMFAO. Alright guys, seriously, very funny. You know I love shenanigans. I can take a joke as much as the next fella. Honestly, you all know that. But if this carries on, I'm taking all of you to a fucking tribunal. Please, make sure your vocals are ready and warmed up this time, alright? I don't want anyone ruining the groove like last time, okay? Everybody ready? Moses. Billy? Brenda? Wayne? Waynetta? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor in the morning? Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises away in the morning. Alright, stop, people. We have been over this, okay? I'm the leader in this group, alright? It's always been a thing, Billy. If you don't like it, you know the door is. Moses, you can carry on in the bucket, mate. We're all thinking it. Brenda? You're actually pretty good. Perhaps a little too good. What was that, Wayne? I'm a control freak. No, you're not even in the band. Your opinion means jack. I'm the front guy. I'm the lead man. I'm gonna take 5 minutes. And when I come back, I want some constructive feedback. Right. From the top, guys. Let's take that again. Where's Moses? What do you mean he took off, Brenda? I'm gone for 2 fucking minutes. So this is it, huh? You've given up. You know what, Moses? You were nothing before you met me. Do you want to go back to being beaten? Because we can make that happen. Oh, no, see. I actually was something in the old world. And in case it wasn't obvious, I'm the talent here. How dare you? That last job was the character building part of my story. That's going to go in my memoirs. You and your airhead could never. You wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes in that office, mate. Everyone there loved me. But they did not call me Bendy Dick behind my back. Oh! Yeah, that's right. Run off like you always do. Who needs ya? Sorry I had to hear that, guys. Shall we? Morning, chums. Come on, Brenda. Let's go for a walk. What do you mean you don't want to? Fresh air do your world of good. Oh, don't be lazy, come on. I'm going to be honest with you, Brenda. I've brought you out here with an ulterior motive. Shh, not too loud. Embarrass me. Do you think I've got a shot? Never mind, does she have a friend for you? You're meant to be here as my wingman. Hello. You come here often? Sorry, it's a stupid question. Of course you do. So I just noticed you notice me, notice you. I thought I'd come and say hi. This is Brenda. Say hi, Brenda. Don't be stupid. She's pretty leg. She's a jokester, does this all the time. I'm sorry if I've bothered you. You're obviously a very busy lady. Just for the record, it isn't bendy. It's completely normal. I hope you're happy. That was all your fault. Now what are we gonna do? Go back to the flat, make a tent and eat Frosty's of Attenborough? Is that what you want? Because that's what's gonna happen, mate. Alf. Read a sen! Arsehole! You hear me, God? Wherever your bloody Mary May call you up there? I don't need you! I don't need any followers! I don't need anyone else!
I'm a mess. I mean, I guess you already knew that. It's not like a bad mess, but I'm kind of trapped in a box and I don't know how to get out. Don't worry, it's not like a bad thing, I think. I just need advice for something. You don't have to help me if you don't want to. Okay, well, here it goes. So, you know how nervous I can be? Like, where I feel so insecure about literally anything and everything kind of crumbles? Well, that's kind of what's happening now. But it has been on my mind 24/7 for quite some time now. Well, basically, long story short, I kind of like someone. I mean, not kind of, I do like someone. I know it sounds a bit dramatic, I know, but it's really difficult for me to open up to people like that because you know how I am. Well, I think it started around late December last year, from what I can remember. No, I don't know if they know, but I think they might. But it could just be me overthinking things again like I usually do. For all I know, they could hate my guts and I probably wouldn't even know. To be honest, I don't know if I can see myself saying to them because you know how I can be like. What? Just tell them. That's the thing. People have told me, be confident or just tell them or you'll regret it once you're older and then you scroll through Facebook in your 30s or 40s and see that they got married, etc. For me, it's not easy to simply say, hey, I like you, because I'm way too awkward and insecure to do that. Well, I don't like the idea of confessing because of the amount of times I've been rejected. God, I mean, there have been a few occasions where I had feelings for someone and it ended really badly. Like, in upper school, there was this guy that I liked a lot and I was kind of good friends with him. We would literally spend hours messaging each other. I'd say we got kind of close because he started to tell me things that he wouldn't tell his friends, so I thought he was feeling the same way too. I'd say he helped me out with some stuff I was going through. I told him I liked him, but he said he'd rather be friends, which I respected, and we left it at that. But I started to notice that some things changed when he was physically around me. He would talk down to me whenever he was around anyone else, which he would never do when he spoke to me personally. But when we were alone, he'd be the sweetest person ever. Then at times he wouldn't talk to me for weeks and I'd always come back. Looking back, I don't know why I stayed as his friend all the time. I suppose I must have really liked him. But then I heard from my friends that were in some of his classes that he was talking behind my back. I didn't really want to believe them at first, so I confronted him about it and he just told me sweet little lies and I believed all of them. That didn't last though. After I left school he dropped me again and he never spoke to me again. But to be honest, it was probably for the best. I've had feelings for other people since then, but I've never been able to properly tell them that I have feelings for them because I'm too anxious to say anything, especially with the person I like now. I guess that might explain why I'm scared to tell them, because I've been so used to being led on and then pushed away or just full on rejected. Because, I mean, it's not like I'll confess to them anyway. The person I like now, I mean. Because, well, I don't know if I can see myself with them, because I don't think that they would want to like someone like me or even be with someone like me, or if I ever will be able to tell them that I like them. I'm pretty weird compared to them and I don't think I deserve to be with someone like them. I know that seems bad. I'm probably the most insecure person ever. Yeah, I know that's not a great thing to say about myself, but honestly, I think I hate myself more when I develop feelings for someone, because right now I hate myself for liking them. I don't feel worthy of being loved. I don't know. I think they probably think I'm annoying anyway. They probably don't like me anyway. How do I know that? I don't. After every interaction with them, it feels as if I'm screaming inside. It starts as excitement, which then slowly turns into self-hate because I read too much into everything that happened. I don't know. I don't know. I want to try and get over them. I told myself that in September, but now it's January and I'm still struggling. I feel so pathetic because of them. It hurts. I want to be the one that can be there for them. I want to be able to talk to them without stuttering. I wish I could be someone to them. Why do they even like me in that way? I'm not even pretty. I'm only a fool. A fool for getting carried away. A fool who gets their hopes up. A fool for them. But it's them. It's all for them. And they'll probably never know that. I do try to tell myself that. But once I've told them, I might feel better. But at the same time, I don't know that. I'm just scared. I don't know what else to do. Pretty much everyone knows but them. I want to live out those daydreams of them in reality, you know. Like cute dates around the world, or movie marathons, using silly filters, or just laughing together for hours on end. It'll probably never happen though. I'll probably never get that, because I won't say anything to anyone I like, except sneak glances at them once in a while to pass the time. I'm not bigging myself up because I can't be disappointed. If I don't expect the results I want, then I don't get upset about it. I'm really not helping myself here, am I? Yeah, no, definitely not. I'm trying my best. Can you just help me out a bit more while I think about what to do? I know you have better things to do, but I think if I do decide to do it, I think you'd be the person to help me. I mean, you've dealt with me dragging on about this for this long. You will. Oh, thank you so much. Honestly, I really mean it, because I don't know if I could do it alone. I owe you one. Seriously. And I'll try not to talk about myself so badly. It's not a promise that'll be easy to keep, but I'll try. I have to persuade myself that this will all be fine. I just hope I can do it after all of this.
I'm ignoring that. Fine. Yep, I know. I'm aware of the deadline. You really don't need to check up on me, Beth. How much have I done? Nearly there. No, I'm not lying. Okay, yep, I know. Oh, sorry, you're going through a tunnel. You're breaking out by. Beth, oh my god. Been friends since lower school. We somehow managed to end up on the same film degree 10 years later. She's a smart one. I'm the funny one? I know it's bits, but she can get a bit too much during assignments. I remember once, in year 8, we had to create our own solar system for a science project. I printed out pictures of each planet and stuck them on this sort of shitty mobile. Beth baked a cake for each planet. All of them were coloured. She even carved Saturn to have the little rings. I don't know how she even got the bloody things into school. Science teacher sobbed when she saw Beth's creation. They're a bit dry though, especially Uranus. Could have done with some butter icing. She was furious when she saw I'd eaten it. What was I gonna do? Let them go stale on her mantelpiece like some crazy cake planet museum? It's my teacher, Mr. Thomason, checking up on me. He does not like me at all. Once, he was talking to the class about punctuality, and he was looked at me throughout the whole thing. Rude. I've only been late to lectures 3 times. Thrice. First was my bus broke down in the middle of a countryside during a snowstorm, and I had to walk through slushy sheep shit to get to my next bus station. Those are my favourite pair of shoes. The second time, H&B was having a sale and I couldn't miss out on those deals. What? They had a limited edition Pulp Fiction soundtrack on 180-gram coloured vinyl with an alternative cover art sleeve. I couldn't miss out. The third time... Oh, that is a little bit embarrassing. I shouldn't... Yeah? Why are you checking up on me? I'm not 5. No, I don't know how long it's going to take. No, you can't rush. Art. What? Why? You're where? She's at a party. We're at a party. Whose party? Jack's. She's at Jack's party. No, okay, I know, I'll be there as soon as I'm done. Just, don't drink, just make good choices. Anyway, Jack is Beth's ex. They were together for 3 years before he dumped her for Susie Jenkins. A cheerleader. It was prom night. Beth found out that Jack had been cheating on her with Susie, so instead of getting drunk and jamming out to Mr. Brightside like everyone else, we spent the evening on the bathroom floor of some crap village hall. I helped Beth as she cried all of her god-awful foundation off. Why on earth is she at his party 5 years later? You know, I would say this could be the start to some lovely little romance tale, but she deserves so much better than Jack. That's it. I'll write about this god-awful romance about some girl that falls in love with a guy who's too preoccupied because of what's in his trousers. Very Shakespearean. Jeez, bloody hell. I think I finished it. Read it about 1,000 times. Beth called me about 1,000 times. She sounded drunk. I've got 20 minutes to finish it. Right, let's do it. Slowly. Right, let's go and save our damsel in distress. Oh, I forgot to title it. I need to think of something witty. Like, oh my god. Shit!
fuck's sake. Whole career in music and you can't write one fucking song.
You know what you need. You want to go out as a failure? Your whole career gone to shit? Is that what you
I
want?
don't have a choice.
Yes, you do. There she is. You can't function without her. Look at you, a mess. Fans probably hate you, labels giving up on you. Fuck knows where your manager is. He doesn't care. But she does. Your angel.
I have Julia.
And you'll keep Julia if you do your job. All you need is a little motivation. Don't listen to them. She's been there for you all along. She would never hurt you.
Fuck it.
This fog is turning into dust.
There you go. They're gonna eat that up. They're gonna be so proud.
Now all the answers that I once had are fucked. I wish I'd known then that I miss you.
Encore.
And now the darkness ascends. And now the darkness ascends.
Don't lose it now. This is the closest you've been in years.
And now the darkness.
They're gonna hate you.
Now the.
Focus.
And now.
Good. Now keep going. This one's for you. That arsehole at the label doesn't deserve to hear this.
What if he's right? I haven't had a hit in years.
But the hits you do have are the reason that label still exists. Where would he be without you? You're his prized possession.
It could kill me.
It could save you. Come on, Jared. When was the last time you came this close? You might not get another chance. Julia needs you. Julia relies on you.
And now the darkness ascends. It's turning daytime into dusk. I can see a again. All this fog is turning my brain into dust. And now all the answers that I once had are fucked. I wish that we could do it all again. All again, all again, all again.
What are you doing? Don't stop.
Have you ever met someone and you do think you were going to be close? Then again, after a few months, you're super close? I believe that when you create friends by accident, those friendships tend to be the strongest. At least, that's my opinion. That accidental friendships tend to be the weirdest, but the best. We met online, and from day one, I knew we were going to be friends. It all started when I stumbled across a TV fandom account on Instagram. We started talking about the shows we both liked, like Chicago Fire and Grey's Anatomy. And then we realised just how much we had in common. What started out as a straightforward fangirl conversation very quickly turned into something more. We went from talking every so often to basically talking every day. That was 4 years ago, and I haven't been able to shake her since. I'm joking, of course. She's the best friend I could have ever asked for. In fact, she's more than just a friend. She's my sister. Family isn't always by blood. Distance. That's the killer. That's the thing that drags everything down. When you're living hours apart, it's not a simple case of going down the road to see a friend and give them a hug. It means phone calls and text messages and video calls and wishing you can be there when times are tough. Add a pandemic into the mix, and 3 or 4 visits a year on special occasions become none. Giving presents in person becomes video calls and sadness. Distance. That's the killer. That's what makes you become jealous when others can be with their friends, when you're stuck with text messages and a screen. It's not a simple case of going into town and getting lunch with them. It means taking the whole day out to spend a few hours driving, only to get a couple of hours with them before having to leave to go home again. But it's worth it. It's worth it all for her. My best friend. My sister. You see, Lux, She's different from a lot of friends I've had before. People have broken my trust and made it difficult for me to make new friends. But this girl, she proved me different. She showed me that not all friends are like that. She showed me what a true friend is. We've been through a lot together and we've only come out stronger. I've been there for her, she's been there for me, and it's been like that since day one. Sometimes a friend knows us better than we know ourselves. They know us and they know all about us, and they still love us. They don't judge us. They love you for you. It doesn't matter how many friends you have. Only what matters is that they stand out from the rest. From people who you thought meant everything turned out to be strangers. Because that's what we were once. Strangers. Now look at us. We laugh together, we dance together, we cry together. Hell, we tell each other everything. And I mean everything. From the daily gossip of our lives to the personal details we would never normally share. She's never turned her back on me, and I've never turned my back on her. Lux, she's someone I look up to. She's older than me and smarter than me. She's taught me a lot. Without her, my best friend, my sister, Lux, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Without her, I wouldn't be where I am today. She's amazing and special and a crazy weirdo, just like me. And I wouldn't have it any other way. No, I wouldn't change a thing. We stick together through everything the world has to throw at us. Birthdays, holidays, a global pandemic. Distance, it shakes everything up. It rocks you, trying to get you to give up and give in, but we never have, and we never will. So, I guess this is a message for her. My best friend, my sister. I love you. Honestly, I don't know what I would be without you. I love you more than words. So, I guess this is to another million memories together. You're goofy and a big idiot, just like me. Thank you, Lux, for simply being you. You're special. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Even though we live a few hours apart, you wouldn't be able to tell that if you saw us together. Whether it's in person or online, we're inseparable. We talk every day. Just remember one thing above everything else. Distance means nothing compared to love and friendship.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Carnival of Rust. How'd they get you, huh? Stabbing? Flaying? Oh,
Drowning! That's a fun way to go. Anyway, I thought I'd greet you personally. You'll be spending a lot of time here. You might as well get familiar with us. Where are you, you ask? Heaven or hell? What a silly question. If this was heaven, would it be a carnival? No. Heaven's a field full of flowers and fluffy bunnies and healthy fruits and blah blah blah. No. We are a land of fun, curious creatures, tasty treats and furious freaks. Speaking of, I am the ringmaster of this decadent, delicious display of death. And without any further ado, may I introduce Captain Archer. Yes, my friends, Captain Archer is a sight for sore eyes. Want to know how he died? Let me guess what you're thinking. He was a soldier in from God-forsaken war before your time, shot by a foreign savage. Well, he was a soldier, but the foreign savage was much closer to home. Isn't that just the funniest thing you've ever heard of? What a way for a seasoned warrior to go out. May I introduce Mrs. Zuzu? She thought it'd be fun to try and marry the devil. She thought setting herself on fire would help her meet him. And it did. Alas, the path of true love never dies Oh dear, oh dear. What a bunch of sillies. I guess that's why they call them clowns and not sensible people. Speaking of wives, Milordy thought it was good to mess around with half the girls in his kingdom. So he did. Didn't even care if they wanted it or not. And of course, you can only push your people so far until pop goes the weasel. So, I hear you ask, how did I get this job? This wonderful, whimsical job that people literally die for, and of course, have. Well, so, that's our circus. What do you think? Care to join us? Be one of our newest clowns? So tell me, how did you die? Are you serious? This is the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard.
They call me Snowman. I have a real name, but that person and who I am are not the same. I joined the Corps to fight for my country, save lives, to become a hero. But I just ended up a killer. Forged in flames of a 4-month-long holdout, forced to retreat, to leave thousands to die, I learned the hard way that there are no heroes in war. We lost everything because of them. They tore my home apart like animals. They were savage monsters, hell-bent on violating my homeland. They were sick. They affected us with their plague of death. But it only made us stronger, as we rose out of the mass graves they left behind. The need for revenge drove us forward and forced them back to their homes. There is a saying that a hero must do what is necessary to achieve victory. After everything I've done, I don't feel like a hero. I've invaded, I've conquered, I've killed. I fought like I always did. Killed more than I could count. Turned a paradise into a hell. Men, women and children. At that moment, civilians or soldiers, they all had to die. It was them or me. Saw nothing but red. I lost a lot of good friends on that mission. More than I have since the day my country was invaded. Back then I was young, stupid and angry. I'm none of those things anymore. I came home that day a hero, rewarded with medals, praise and cheer from my peers. The war is over, but a soldier never truly comes home.
This is Level 5 Media Group. Today, we'll get a closer look on how they made their biggest film project yet.
Hello, my name is Heidi Cabot and I am the director of Playing with Fire.
Hi, I'm Dharma and I'm the producer on Playing with Fire.
Michael, I'm Ali. First AD.
My name's Hannah and I'm the editor and script editor for Playing with Fire.
My name is Christian Morata and I am the cinematographer for the motion picture Playing with Fire.
My role as director is basically just making sure that everyone does their jobs, everyone knows what they're doing, and to basically be the creative engine behind the story.
So I'm the producer, which basically means I'm in charge of everyone. I get to approve what happens and what doesn't happen, and I get to make sure that the director, so Heidi, doesn't have too many wild ideas, and it is my job to make sure that everyone as a crew is working together, getting all their jobs done, and if they don't, I get to come down and scream at them and basically get them to get their jobs done.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good role. It's kind of secondary responsibility, helping the director out.
That's the warning.
Just helping out the cinematography and the camera operating, as well as first AD, I suppose. It's all just kind of in one role, really.
I've been doing some test editing, as there are some special effects on the footage, and editing the script to make sure everything's completely perfect, all the grammar is correct, and mainly looking at the seance scene, because we want to make sure we've got the correct psychic grammar in there.
It's pretty cool. At this point, I haven't really done too much because we haven't really filmed anything, but given the stuff we're going to be filming, I think it will be pretty cool. I think it's important because it gives like the film a style and it gives it a specific look, and I think you need someone there to kind of steer it in that direction and ultimately to help the director have what they make it look how they want it to look, and I think it's important for that.
The plan this morning is we're going to be doing some test footage in the TV studio for a seance scene, because there's a certain effect I want to get and I want to see if it works. And then my first AD is going to be there as well because he'll be directing the scene, so it's sort of good for everyone to have a look. Oh yeah, we have an actor as well, finally, for the counsellor. That's been contacted and has hopefully accepted the role once he sees the script. So fingers crossed, and hopefully the test footage goes well. We get the actor. All being well, we should be filming in 2 weeks. So.
Yeah, it's really good test footage we got, and we know how we're going to be blocking scenes now, as well as the lighting. So yeah, it's a productive day. Yeah, I think it was going smoothly. So I think we're still on track for filming in a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Turn the spotlight off.
I think as it stands now, we've got a good thing going, and once we visit the other locations, we know where we stand even better. So yeah.
You only see on Alex's
red
head.
And Alex's head is just green.
Started that yet or not? Or were they waiting for the
During production meeting, the crew ensures everyone is on track and everything is set up for shooting day.
We've also ordered in this makeup technique thing. So that's no use for scars. We just send me a photo that of what it could look like. So we can send that if she uses fake blood and bruising, then it could look really cool.
I will put them in the group chat so everyone has it, as well as sending it to Sean and Rhiannon. I just need to quickly go through it and check that nothing has changed from the script that will affect the shoot. I don't think it would have, because I went through it and I saw like the header of each thing, so I'm hoping that's how I split it up.
Everything looks set. However, an unfortunate incident happened before filming.
Our director Heidi came down with COVID, so we've had to switch things around schedule-wise, and I've been kind of had to step up as the main director for the on-site shots, whilst Heidi kind of co-directs via Zoom the most that she can anyway. But it's not halted up. It's kind of like hold the schedule a little bit, but should be fine anyway.
Despite this, we were able to think of a backup plan.
So we're going to have to change it ever so slightly the way it is scripted, purely for the fact that obviously it's scripted as if you're in person. I don't know if, I'm assuming Heidi told you she has COVID, so she's not in person. Yeah. But luckily we just thought we can just adapt it to a video call, which is what I'm trying to sort out.
And so, the filming went on as planned. And after a few days later, Heidi got better and is back on the scene. On the final day, there were only 2 scenes left to film.
Yep. Sound recording?
Sounds recording.
Okay, scene 6, take 2, test shot 2.
I can feel our presence. Reveal yourself.
This is stupid.
Oh, no, hang on a minute.
No, I'm going to go too.
Guys, no, wait!
Yeah! Do you think it's going to end up being good?
I think so. I think it's because we've been given our roles, and so I think because the tutor knows our strengths well, and that we've been placed into roles, that everything's flowing a little more smoothly, and I have the help of some amazing people, especially Dharma and Michael and Christian, and because they know the works of a camera, and obviously Dharma just because she's very organised, as I've said before. With Michael and Christian, they are amazing on the camera, so I know and I'm confident that they're going to get some amazing footage, and it's going to be amazing. And then again with Hannah, because she's amazing at editing, and so I know that whatever we give to her, she's going to make magic.
I definitely think it's going to go well. I think it seems to be going a lot smoother than our other project did. We're not having to chase everyone up to do jobs, we're kind of giving them out and they're getting done, which is really nice. Everyone seems to follow this story a bit more and have a little bit more enthusiasm and interest in this story, so I really hope it's going to look really cool.
Sound set, please. Scene 4, take 2.
Action. Who's this? Shall I be charging them to see my work? This is Dela. She's what you call a spiritual medium. Oh, I said him. Oh, fuck. Wait. One sec. Yeah, good. Yeah,
Sound recording? Sound recording?
Yeah. Recording.
Right, scene 4, take 4.
Action. Who's this? Shall I be charging her to look at my work? This is Dela. She's what you call a spiritual medium. Well, not a spiritual medium per se, but her abilities are difficult to describe.
I can sense you are skeptical of my powers. Come here.
I think that would work.
After the last scene, the film was finally finished.
And a big thank you to everyone, because although we still have the voiceovers to do on Friday, it's been an up and down 3 days, but it's gone a lot smoother than the mist. And I just want to thank you all for working very hard. And
thank you, Dharma!
I do just want to say that everyone should be proud of the amount of work they've put in, because this has just proven that it is possible for us to do a project in 2 weeks. So I think everyone should be proud that we actually managed to get something together and we actually have something for a final grade. And we seem to be looking forward to the edit that Hannah made.
And so, after all that, after all the hard work, all the setbacks, the effort, the unexpected events, and the challenges, we're able to make our version of the film into reality, all thanks to everyone involved.
can't even begin to describe what happened on the 14th of April.
I know it's difficult, Joe, but please, you need to talk about what's happened.
We have plenty of time, okay? Just start at the beginning.
Is everything okay, Joe?
Yeah. I just thought I saw something.
Take your time. We can stop if you need a break. Okay?
What I'm about to say to you and what you're about to write down seems too crude, too grotesque for serious consideration. What happened will leave a mark on us for the rest of our lives. I won't try to explain the events or how they happened. I will simply recall them.
Okay, well, take your time. I mean, if you need to take a break at any moment, we can do that. Just
I haven't seen John since the 14th. Is he okay? It was all confusing, and I don't even know what was real. It was all hazy, but John, I mean, he was with us. So where has he gone?
I'm sure he's okay.
we've been trying to get hold of him, but it seems like his mobile phone is switched off. Let's just concentrate on your recollection of events.
John was always doing that. He would just up and go, sometimes for days, sometimes for weeks, and then he'd come back again out of the blue with a story of some experience he had lived. John had come back from one of his trips. He had a phone call with me and said he had someone that he wanted me and Harv to meet.
Harvey Deacon, your boyfriend.
Is Harv okay? I haven't been able to contact him either.
From what I've been told, he's quite shaken up.
My colleague interviewed him this morning, and apparently he barely spoke a word. This is why it's important that you tell us what happened.
Come in. No one but. Who's this? Shall I be charged to see my work?
This is Dayla. She's what you call a spiritual medium. Well, not a spiritual medium per se, but her abilities are difficult to describe.
I can sense you're skeptical about my powers. Come here. Can you not feel them? I can feel you're also in dabbling in the arts. You create magic from nothing with your painting.
So what happened then?
I'm a film student, so John suggested we use a TV studio for the seance. We knew it would be empty, but we locked the door for good measure.
Why have you said this?
Because I have no idea how I ended up where I did.
ready, we may begin our journey, friends. Please take a coin. Your coin is your portal. Focus your mind upon it. All of your might must be on the coin. Now, you must hold each other's hands. Yes. Now look up the light, quickly! I can feel something. I can feel a presence. Reveal yourself!
This is stupid. I'm leaving.
Oh, what?
Nah,
Yeah,
no,
this is-
it's been way too long.
I'm gonna go too.
Oh, come on! It's only just started. It's only just started. Guys, we can always
Wait!
Harvey, what's going on? Where are you? Anyone, please! What's going on? Harvey?
Okay, Joe, I think you've had enough for today. Let's go through the breathing exercises and end the session. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
That was brilliant! I've got everything I need. You should consider a career in counselling. If you don't make it as an actor, that is.
So, what are you going to tell them? I mean, Joe and Harvey, they seem quite shaken up.
The truth, I guess. Or at least a version of it.
That you hired an actor and a hypnotist to convince your friends they've been possessed by a creature from the underworld, just so you could record their emotional output as some kind of electronic data for your new work.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's the holy grail for artists. Real emotion, real fear. They'll thank me for it eventually. Might even make them famous.
Or infamous. You're playing with fire, John. You know, once they find out what you've done.
What we've done. Look, they're going to forget about it completely. Madame Dubois or Della said so. It'll be fine. Trust me.
Why am I here? I watched the news, everyone's saying he did it. He was the one who was found with the body.
I know, mate. We just have to get everything covered up and just talk to everyone. Okay? Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Let's start at the beginning. How did you meet Grace?
Just go away!
Hey, you alright?
Leave me alone, I don't want to talk to him.
Just wanted to make sure that...
I said fuck off!
Seems like we got off on the wrong foot. As you didn't get to enjoy your last drink, why don't you take mine? We left the nightclub together. We stood outside and talked for a while. I could see she was too drunk to make her way home. And I called her a taxi. I wish I had just walked in. I blame this whole thing on me. If only I had the courage to just ask to walk away. That was the last time I saw her. I loved her. Truly and deeply loved her.
Detective Jonathan Fincher. This interrogation will start
at 3:31 p.m. Listen, we all know how it started. She posted online about you. That's right, you. About how you left her, and about how you hurt her, and how you took advantage of her. What do you have to say about that?
She's lying. I wouldn't lay a finger on her. I know I fucked up. I got with someone else. We had an argument. But whatever she's saying, she's lying. I didn't do it.
You didn't do it, you say? Well, in that case, why were you at the scene of the crime 3 minutes after she was apparently murdered? Even before the ambulances got there, she was still breathing.
I wouldn't touch her or harm her in any way. I love her. I didn't do this. You gotta believe me on that.
Well, your story seems to check out. Thank you for all your cooperation.
Happy to help.
Why the fuck did you take her away from me? I loved her.
She belonged to me. She should have never been with you.
Fuck off.
But now she can't be with anyone.
Fucking prick. He attacked me first, plain and fucking simple.
Well, lucky for you, he's in intensive care. Unlucky for you, you are now charged with attempted murder. Anything you do say may harm your evidence in court. You do not have to comply.